Guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lexi. If you're new to my channel, then what's up? If you're existing, then what's up? Welcome to my channel. So today's video, I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to start doing reviews on how to get away with murder, and I'm so excited. So I was trying to figure out how to do like the little reaction videos, but I haven't figured that out completely, and I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. So we're just going to do reaction videos for right now. I have all my notes of everything that happened last night. You know, this is season 4 for How to Get Away with Murder, and I just can't believe everything that has happened so far. I didn't really hear a lot of people talking about it, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video and just stay tuned.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such.
Alright, so first things first. Okay, y'all. So I feel like when I was watching How to Get Away with Murder, I was like, when I found out it was coming on today or yesterday, I was like, what? I can't remember what happened. I can't remember what went down. I'm always like that when shows come on. So it started off with like Annalise sending them all like she was like writing letters to everyone, to everybody in the little group. She sent them all a text letting them know that she wanted them to meet her for lunch or whatever. Then it shows like them eating lunch. I mean, not eating lunch, eating dinner. And then it goes into like a week, like ahead of time. You know how it does like a week later. So at first it shows Laurel and her dad like talking. And if you remember from the last season, her dad was the one that had Wes killed. Now, do we know why he had Wes killed? We don't know. So it's kind of like, oh my God. And I had forgot that part, and I'm like, what the heck? So her dad is like on campus with her, and he's like kind of adamant on going to see her apartment, which is kind of weird because she's like, my apartment really not nothing too special, but he still kind of want to go see it. She starts to tell him that she got an abortion, she was pregnant, and she was asking him why did she see Dominic in New York. Remember when she was going to kill that man? When she was going to kill that guy that she thought killed Wes? But he didn't. That's why, like, on the last season. So he was all still lying, like, yeah, I just had him find where you were so that you could speak to me because you haven't been talking to me or whatever. So she knew he was lying. So she like made up this, so she was like crying like, oh, I got an abortion or whatever. And he tried to like sympathize with her. But you could kind of tell that it was like fake, you know. Then he's like, oh, we got to get a picture together. They take a picture together. She's like fake smiling because she's really sad. And I don't know, it just all seemed fishy to me. Like her dad being there, her dad asking to see her apartment, him wanting to take a picture with her. I feel like he gonna show that picture to somebody to try to get her or something. I don't know, it was just really creepy and like really scary to me. Okay, so Annalise goes to Memphis to go see her mom because you know her mom has dementia. So she goes to Memphis and she's on the plane. She meets this guy named Desmond on the plane. And he's all talking to her or whatever. She tells him that her name is Bonnie. So they go, she gets to Memphis. It's like a bell on the door because her mom is like running out like in the middle of the night. She left one night and was like in the neighbor's yard. So her dad put a bell on the door to know when she's leaving out the house. And her sister is there. It's just her sister, her, and then her mom and her daddy. Okay, so they're like having dinner or whatever. And Annalise is talking about the insurance money. You know the house burned down, so it will be some insurance money for it. So her mom is asking like, how much money are you going to get? Is it Gail money or is it Oprah money? And they're just discussing it. And she's like, Annalise kind of threw some shade because she's like, yeah, I know that y'all are going to be the first people in the line when it comes to when I get the money or whatever. So she kind of threw some shade. Then Annalise drops the bomb and she tries to tell her mama like, yeah, mom, I found this little nursing home that's for like memory loss. And I think we should go see it. You don't have to go stay there, but I think we should go see it. Her mom goes off like, yeah, her mom goes off like, you can get out my house. Just goes off on her so bad. And you know, like, older people always get mad as they start to get older. But her mama goes off like, you can get out my house. That's why you came here. The sister is trying to take the heat off of Annalise. She's like, I'm just as much as at fault as Annalise is. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they just kind of want the better for her. But her mom is like, no, I'm not. She don't want to go to a nursing home. Annalise goes, so her mom goes and storms into the room. Annalise goes to her mom's door with like some peach pie or like crumble or something like that. And her mom won't open the door. She gets a phone call. She goes in her room. And it is Bonnie telling her that the insurance money is on hold for the house because Sam's sister, Sam Keating, she is trying to sue her, saying that the house was in her, like the house belongs to her. So the money is on hold. So Annalise finds out she's not getting the money. Annalise is about to have a breakdown, y'all. Like she starts to look for like AA meetings. I'm about to say double A. She starts to look for the AA meetings in Memphis. She doesn't find anything, so she calls Desmond. Desmond, she pulled his little napkin out of her purse. He gave her his number. So she goes to meet him or whatever. And hold on, before all of this happened, when she got to her room, her daddy was like, yeah, you want to do a little nightcap. He had some moonshine. And she like denied it. Like she slammed the door in his face. So that showed me that she has a lot of animosity towards her dad for whatever reason. And also, her dad might be some type of alcoholic. Like he seemed like he drink a whole lot. Okay, so fast forward. So she goes to Desmond's hotel. Desmond is like trying to invite her to the bar. She like, I'm not here for the bar. Basically saying I'm here for the D. She tried to get him like a little sexy look, which I was like, I don't know. So they go to the room and they all kissing and doing all this and all that. And his phone ring. Like she get on top of him, his phone ring. The whole time Annalise was just weird to me. Like it wasn't like how it was with the police officer guy. It was kind of like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I just need to get a release so I don't drink type thing. So he goes in the bathroom like, hold on, give me 1 second. So in my head I'm thinking like, is this nigga married? Like, is he married? He like, hey CC, da da da. So Annalise like, oh hell no. And she get to putting on her shoes. He come out the bathroom. He like, no, it's not nothing like that. My daughter lives in California. I have her call me every night before she goes, when she gets in the house. Not before she goes anywhere, but before she gets in the house. So Annalise is still like, no. So then they start kissing, and she's still like, no, never mind. He's like, she put on her stuff. He's like, he tried to soothe her mind and tell her like, you know, we can call her right now. It might be kind of awkward, but that is my daughter. But Annalise still is not with it anymore, so she puts on her clothes and he's like Bonnie. He's saying something to her. She's like, my name is Annalise, and she like runs off. I'm like, okay, girl. She go back to her mom and daddy house. She's sneaking in the house like she's 16. Like, girl, just open the door and close it. Like, you are not, you know what I'm saying? You're not a kid no. I'm so happy that she didn't have sex with old boy. Like, I'm just happy that she didn't, because it just wasn't a good look. It's kind of like sex can be an addiction as well. Like, just because you want that release doesn't mean that you gonna have sex with strangers. Like, that's not what that means. So her mom has an episode when she gets home. Like, she sleep. Her mama wakes her up out her sleep like, Anna Mae, it's a fire, it's a fire. Clyde, I can't remember exactly what she said. I think she said Clyde fell or something. Clyde is her uncle that moved in with them. And y'all will hear a little bit more about him in a second. But her mom is like freaking out, like, oh my God, it's a fire, it's a fire. We gotta hurry up and get out of here before the house burned down. Annalise goes and looks inside the bedroom, and her dad is asleep. Mind you, he had been drinking. He's asleep. And she's having an episode. And Annalise grabs her face and tells her, like, Mom, you're having a, this is not real. Clyde is dead. Clyde is dead. And she's still like, okay. Now she's trying to kind of remembering that Clyde is dead and the house is not really on fire. Annalise looks down and her mom has an accident, so she uses the bathroom on herself. And it was just really a sad moment. Like, dementia itself is just sad because it eventually will kill you. And it was just really, really sad. So that happened. Then they show Michaela and Asher. They go to the mattress store. Asher gets kind of jealous because the guy that's showing them the mattresses, I mean, the guy not really doing nothing, but Michaela's like, oh, I love this mattress. At first I thought she was getting some head, but she wasn't. But Michaela, he like runs over and he's like, yeah, do y'all have any mattresses? Because me and my girlfriend, we go to Pound Town, we get it in. Basically saying like, oh, they have a lot of sex, so they need a really, really good mattress. And then Michaela's like told the guy to go away, like, can we just have a few seconds? And then she addressed it like, why are you being so jealous? Da, 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 da. Then they both get the text from Annalise saying that she wants to meet with them. Now this shows that Michaela is so like negative, not negative, but she's really pessimistic, and Asher is optimistic. So he's like, maybe she didn't get disbarred, and maybe, you know, this restaurant is an expensive restaurant, so she has money, so that's probably means she didn't get disbarred, and this and that. And Michaela's like saying all this mean shit. Like, she has a lot of animosity towards Annalise, just in general, for everything they've been through. You know, their GPAs are like shit now, like, I don't know. And Michaela said something like Annalise is dead on the inside and she misses no one. And it's crazy because we always see that Annalise has feelings and she feels a certain way about stuff. And Michaela views her like, girl, you're horrible. Like, she kind of views her like she's a horrible person. Annalise, like, after her mom had the accident, she goes and she puts her mom in the shower. She like gives her a shower, changes her clothes and everything. They have like this little moment where it's crazy because her mom has dementia, but her mom can remember certain stuff. Like, she has her moment where she's very clear-headed, and then she has her moments when she's not. And her mom starts singing this song from her childhood, and they connect that way. And her mom agrees to go to the nursing home, the little nursing home for memory loss, because she's kind of understands now that she is losing her memory. They go to the nursing home, y'all, right? So I thought this was so funny because it was like black people in there, it was like white people in there, but they had like these little pictures up of like white artists and stuff, like old back in the day artists. So the lady that was doing the tour was like, yeah, that our little patients that are here, they like to, you know, remember the good times, the old times. And the mom is like, what good times? Like, that's a time when black people were in slavery, you know? And Annalise's sister tried to get her mind off of it, like, oh, let's go look at the garden. Let's go look at the garden. So while they outside looking at the garden, Annalise and her daddy are talking. So her dad is like, this place is $5,000 a month. Annalise starts to like really kind of go off, like, so what are we supposed to do? Have her at home with the bell on the door? Like, what happened? You haven't been watching her. And she said something like, you know what happened last time when we was having problems or something. And she's like, you invited Uncle Clyde into the house, and we see where that got us. So that's another hint about Uncle Clyde. And then she's like, and you left us before. Basically saying that he left before, or something happened where the dad left and Uncle Clyde came. I don't know what exactly happened there. I hope that they flash back and show us, because I'm like, that has to be some good little tea about what happened. So her dad starts going off and starts blaming her, like, you think your mom has these episodes when you're not around about your Uncle Clyde? She don't have these episodes when you're not around. Going hard on her. And he told her that she not too old for him to whoop her ass. I'm like, oh my God. The mama comes like, y'all sit here embarrassing me and inside of these people home, and da-da-da. And the mom like storms off. So they get into a big argument. That really affected Annalise when he said that, like, the mom only has episodes when she's around. Because who wants to feel like that? Like, why would you say that shit to me? Like, what? So we're still gonna continue to talk about that. Another thing happened in between that, but we'll just talk about this. So Annalise told her sister, like, I feel like Annalise doesn't share her emotions or tell anybody anything. And she like told her sister that she got in trouble for having alcohol in her system, that she may be disbarred, and she doesn't have the money for the actual place. And her sister kind of soothed her and let her know, like, I'm a nurse, I know that's not how dementia works. Her dad was just saying that. It's not triggered by anything. She probably does have those episodes. And it kind of was a good moment between her and her sister. Then they go on to Frank and Bonnie, right? So Frank finds a new office space. Like, I found y'all a new office space. It has this, and that. He's saying all the amenities that it has. And Bonnie is like, we don't even know if she's not going to be disbarred or not. And then he's like, well, I know y'all need a new office. And she's like, we don't even have money to pay for this. Like, this space is like real nice. It's like real open floor plan, real cute. And he's like, I'm going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it with the suitcase money, if y'all remember from the past season. So Bonnie is still kind of hesitant about it just in general. And Frank is really trying to win over Annalise's love again, because he know that he fucked up. He know he fucked up. So he's trying to win over her love. He's like, I'm going to win her back. I'm going to win her back. He's so adamant on that. Like, Annalise is really all he has and all he really knows, you know? So he's trying to win her love back that way. Annalise and her mama have a talk. So they start talking about how her mom basically says, I was about to cry on this part. I was like really, really sad. I was like, because I don't know, like her mom has dementia and she basically is telling her like, you know, I wrote down she should have never lost as much as she has lost. She told her she never should have lost everything that she's lost. She's had a lot of loss. And she also said she's trying to protect her from losing her mother. She says, I know I'm gonna die. So she like, I know she is coming, and she's trying to kind of prepare her for it. She told her that she'll hold on for as long as she can, and she wants her to hold on as well. But I mean, it's inevitable. Like, she's gonna pass, and that's simply what it's gonna be, and she needs to prepare for that. That's basically what the talk was about. And Annalise leaves Memphis, and before she leaves, she tells her dad, like, Dad, I'm counting on you to watch Mom, because you know Mom has dementia or whatever, and you had one too many drinks. I thought she was gonna say she was gonna kill his ass, but she just was like, I don't want to hear anything about you had too many drinks or Mom wandering off or nothing like that. So she was like, I'll text you when I get back to where I'm going, when I get back home. And he was like, he turned around and was like, I'm tired of this. I'm sorry for what Clyde did to you. So that got me thinking, like, Clyde probably molested Annalise, or he had to molest her. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, if you're a kid, your dad isn't there, Clyde moved in, it just seemed like Clyde molested her or did something to her that just fucked her up mentally, and it causes her to have animosity towards her dad. And because Clyde was brought up just too many times for me. Clyde was brought up like 3 times. So the whole time I'm like, I watched this episode 3 times to make sure I got everything right. And I was like, yeah, something not right between in a relationship just in general. And the dad was just sitting there looking stupid, and she started crying when he said that. She just walked off. And I'm like, I hope y'all get that together or show a flashback about what went down and what happened, because I want to know. Annalise goes to court when she gets back. She sends the text to everybody about having a dinner while she's on the plane, because she wrote all their little letters out. She goes to court, and Bonnie is her lawyer, and Bonnie is like, first they were going to say that they probably tampered, like the evidence was tampered with, her alcohol level was tampered with. So Bonnie goes on to defend her case, and Annalise just gets up and she's like, I was drunk that day. She says that West committed suicide inside of her house, and it has her really, really sad, all because she feels like she had to have a drink that day and she could have saved his life. Basically saying that she could have been home instead of having that drink and his life could have been saved. That's what she was saying. And she was saying that she really, really apologized. She basically begged, like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. And then the judge that they were before, she said, well, you sat here in my face and told me that you would never drink again. And basically let her know, like, you said you was gonna never drink again. And she basically begged. She was like, I don't have anything. I don't have my husband. I don't have my reputation. I don't have my teaching. I don't have my house. And I really just want a second chance. And she promised to do the AA meetings, and she said that she would never have a drink or anything again. Actually, she won the thing, so she wasn't disbarred. So they go to lunch. Well, they go to dinner. I keep on saying they went to lunch. They went to dinner, and she tells all the kids and everything and Bonnie that they were not disbarred. And Connor is there as well. Now, I forgot to mention Connor. So Connor and his boo thing, I can't think of his name, but Connor seems like he doesn't really want to get married. Like, in the beginning, he seems like he doesn't really want to get married. He's like kind of hesitant about it just in general. And you know, his boo always wants to be a part of like the whole thing with Annalise and all that. So when Connor gets the text message, his bae is like, well, she didn't send me a text message, not knowing like all that shit they went through, all them killings, all that. Like, boy, you should be happy. So Connor basically told him, like, you should be happy that you didn't get a text, or you should be happy that you're not having to deal with this. All right, fast forward to the dinner. So they're at the dinner, and Annalise gives the good news that she is not disbarred. They still haven't opened their letters. Their letters are like on their plates in front of them. So everybody's like curious about it. So Asher is like, oh, I guess we need to celebrate since you weren't disbarred. So everybody's all happy. They're just having a conversation and they're just talking. Laurel says that she didn't have an abortion. Y'all, she did not have an abortion. Like, The way she was crying, I really thought she had an abortion, but I think she was just crying because Wes was dead, you know? Like, I would be crying too. Like, the person that I loved and cared about is dead. And my dad did it. Like, who wouldn't cry? So she tells them, like, I can't have a drink because I'm 5 months pregnant. I decided to keep the baby. And they're all, like, in shock. And it's, like, a weird moment between her and Annalise because Annalise is just looking dumb. And it was kind of weird. Like, it makes me think that later on in the season, Annalise is going to be a part of some shit. I don't know. It just was kind of weird because she was looking at her like she was stupid. So Annalise tells them, like, okay, y'all, they all talking, they all happy. They talking, Connor is talking about being a gay uncle, I guess. So they're talking about them getting married. Did he say yes and all this? Annalise talks to them and she's like, well, y'all letters, she like cuts them off and she's like, the letters that are in front of y'all are y'all recommendations. Y'all are free to go now. And Michaela snaps. So hold on, first Laurel is like, okay, that's it, are you done here? And Laurel leaves. Michaela snaps. Like, she's so fucking mad. Like, what do you mean? Are you gonna go back to teaching? She's like, no, I'm not going back to teaching. You know, I can't set foot on the campus. Michaela gets so mad just because she kind of feels like Annalise leaves them behind. Like, you can't tell us. They're all like, you can't tell us when we can stop being together. Like, we are in this together. Like, we're friends. We're in this together. And you can't just dump us and cut us off and cut our relationship off when you want to. And Michaela is mad because she feels like their GPA is shitty. She needs to fix everything that she's done to them. And you can't just leave us. This recommendation not going to do shit for us. She was so mad. They storm off. Connor is the only one that's kind of like cool. Laurel is cool too. And Laurel has a lot going on in her mind though. And Connor is the only one that's like cool. Like, okay, that's it. All right, cool. They all leave. And Annalise says before they even leave, Annalise says a lot about, like, you can tell Annalise feels guilty about Wes dying. She says she's ruined Wes and she doesn't want to ruin them. And they need to go find, you know, they need to go figure out, they remember why they went to law school, remember who they were before all of this. And Michaela's kind of like pushing back on her and telling her, like, you know, I came to law school to be like you. We're in our 2nd year of law school and you're just going to leave us like this. So Michaela is really taking it hard. So after they all leave and they're just like upset and pissed off after they get their letters and everything, she hands a recommendation letter to Bonnie. Y'all know Bonnie is like her shadow, bro. Bonnie is a ride or die chick. Like, she'll do whatever. And she handed her that letter. She was like, no, no, no. And she started crying. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Bonnie is one person that you do not want to cross. Like, I feel like Bonnie is really fucking crazy. Like, she's like crazy loyal. Like, bitch, so you rejected me? Like, she's crazy in real life. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Connor is kind of fine without no beard. Like, he fine in real life. Like, I wonder if he gay in real life. What y'all think? Think he is? I might have to look that up. The whole time I kept typing, like, Annalise needs a therapist. Like, I feel like she's done been through a lot. Like, she feels like shit already. And she does the best she can with what she knows. But she really, like, messed up in the head. All that stuff that happened to her. Her husband dying. All the murders. All the stuff she done had to fight. Like, it's a bit much. For real. It's a bit much. Annalise gets a hotel room. So she gets a hotel room somewhere. The hotel room look creepy as fuck to me. Like, I don't know if it's a hotel or apartment or what it is. But the lady told her that you pay weekly, and you pay weekly or you can pay monthly. So I'm guessing it's like a motel. But it looks scary. Like, why do everything on How to Get Away with Murder look so scary? It looked like her house. Like how her house looked. That's how it looked. Everybody starts to read their letter. They just show everybody reading their letter and how she worded it and all this. But what was funny was Michaela was so pissed off. And Connor was like, I keep on saying Connor. Michaela was pissed off and Asher was like reading his letter. She was reading her letter. She was drinking wine. And then she starts saying, like, we need to get into beast mode. We need to get into beast mode. So it's just crazy to see how, you know how like white people are kind of compared to black people. Like, some shit that we say they don't get. Like, what? So he's like, what is beast mode? Like, he don't know what that is. So he's like, what's beast mode? So she kind of explains, like, we're going to fix our resumes. Get your computer, let's fix our resumes. She gonna tell him that they need to be like the Michelle and the white Obama. Like, we're gonna be like the Michelle. We're gonna be the Michelle and the white Obama that we should be. I was dying laughing. Like, I don't know. Their relationship is just so funny, but it's so cute at the same time. Connor tells his boo that he doesn't want to get married on the wrong terms. Not because, oh, I think you're going to get killed or something like that. He wants to get married on the right terms. Like, oh, because we want to spend the rest of our life with each other. So he kind of denies the proposal. But then at the same time, he tells him that he still wants to get married to him. Just not now, kind of. And they like kids and they make, and you know, whatever. Y'all, why the hell did Bonnie go to the prosecutor's office? Now, is this man the prosecutor? I can't think of who the man is. I think he the prosecutor. She went to his office. Like, she had a meeting with him. I don't know if she gonna get a job with him or what's going on with that. But that, I don't know. It's a little fishy. The guy, the little police officer guy that Annalise used to fuck with, he was like, what are you doing here? And she was like, I have a meeting. And he went in there, and she went in the room with that the prosecutor guy. I don't even know the guy's name. I need to look it up. I don't know. His name is Oliver, though. The guy, well, Connor Bay name is Oliver. But I can't think of the prosecutor name. I don't even think he's a prosecutor no more. I think he's something else. But nonetheless, Bonnie goes to meet with this man, and I can't help but wonder, I don't know if she gonna tell some information or what she gonna do, but Bonnie ain't nothing to be played with. Like, I kind of feel like once Bonnie feels like that you betray her, the bitch will like tell her your business. That's just how I feel. But I don't know, because y'all know when they played like the preview for the next episode, I think she worked there. It looked like she worked there or something. I can't wait till next Thursday. Then Annalise is ordered to counseling, and I just think Bonnie is a snitch ass. I put old snitch head ass. What Bonnie? What did you doing, Bonnie? For real, like, you couldn't even get your recommendation letter good. Bonnie couldn't even get her recommendation letter good, bro. She had already set up an appointment with this man. How? I don't know. That was just crazy to me. Annalise was ordered to counseling for, you know, everything that happened. Her about to be disbarred. That was a part of her, like, sentencing. So she was late to counseling. Annalise just looks rough as hell to me. She looked like she didn't take a shot of Patron. She looked tired. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, she really do look tired. Like, and the guy was talking to her like, you can't be late. You need to be on time. Whatever. The funny part about all of this is, after that, they showed that part. They showed him rushing behind Frank to Laurel. And Laurel was in the hospital saying, where's my baby? So I'm confused, because if you're the therapist, this is a fake therapist. It gotta be a fake therapist. Cause how are you at the hospital with Laurel? How you know Laurel? And Frank is like, Laurel, and she's like, she feels her stomach is full blown flat. If y'all watch the episode, you know she pregnant. She was pregnant. She had a pudge. Her stomach full blown flat. She touched it like, where's my baby? And Frank is like, calm down. And the therapist man is behind her. Who is this therapist? Like, her daddy is just sneaky as hell. I'm just like, and I was thinking to myself, like, okay, so my stuff not focused, I feel like. I was thinking to myself, like, so when is going to be a plot twist? Because I know she just not saying bye to y'all and that's it. So somebody done they somehow, and then they said that they found drugs in Laurel's system. So somebody done drugged Laurel and probably took her baby or killed her baby or something. She was 5 months. She said she had 5 months to go. Or was she 4 months? I think she had 5 months to go. Or 4 months left. So she like 5 months. What's really going on? Like, I cannot wait till Thursday. Like, I cannot wait. And y'all know Scandal come back on Thursday. But I never know what's going on with Scandal. So I'm definitely not doing a review on Scandal. So that is my review for How to Get Away with Murder. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thumbs up so that I know that you like this. Let me know what you all think about what's going on. What do you think happened to Annalise? What do you think happened to Laurel's baby? I don't know how I would feel if I woke up and my fucking baby was like gone. My whole baby, like, that I was having with Wes. Like, nigga, where's my baby? Oh my God, like. And then she played the cool with her daddy and everything. Like, I love you. She was about to text her dad. I forgot to tell y'all. She was about to text her daddy and ask him why did he kill Wes? She know that he killed Wes. And he's still playing a role, telling her, let's take a picture together. I love you. Take care. No, sir. Oh my God. Like, Shonda damn near blew my wig back with this one. I was like, oh my God. Alright, y'all. So that is my review on How to Get Away with Murder. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. And I will talk to y'all soon. I will see y'all next Friday, because this is coming out every Friday. It's coming out a little late this Friday, but next Friday it will be out early. I love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.
This nigga, you went the wrong way.